Hey guys, today is day one of one of my new mantras, and that is dressing for the role you want to play. So I mentioned this previously either on my post from yesterday or a couple days before, where I said I was looking back at how some of these videos came out, and I haven't really been editing anything. I've just kind of been going for a stream of consciousness. Let me share how I'm feeling today. But looking back at it, I was like, you can do better than that. Yes, everything shouldn't necessarily be based off of how you look, but there has to be a limit to like how offensive you want to be. But not only that, I think it's important to represent where you want to be. And I remember growing up, I used to always hear people say, don't dress for the job you have, dress for the job that you want. And I think the same could be said for just looking the part you want to play. So that being said, I decided I have to do a slightly better job of what I look like and how I present myself here, but also how I present myself every day in life, whether it's at work or in social settings. Be willing to step outside my comfort zone and being informed and knowledgeable and looking presentable, having fresh breath, all sorts of those things. I'm not saying I don't do all of those things right now. I'm just saying I could spruce up the hair a bit, clean it up a bit. So that means I'll be shooting my videos a little bit earlier in the day, before I've gone into complete bum mode. It might be before golden milk and closer to trying to get my water intake in there, but the goal is to just look a little bit better for you guys before I completely strip down. That being said, I have a kind of, I think is a little bit funny, just a little story time of my day one of dressing the role I want to play. So last night I was up kind of late. I had a lot of stuff to work on, and I'm like, I don't have time to figure out what I'm wearing tomorrow. So of course this morning, per my usual, was a big old struggle fest. And I got dressed this morning. I'm like, crap, I think I'm gonna be running late. I get out of the house and I'm like, all right, you got this. Thankfully, for the first time in 10 million years, the MTA was on my side. So I was like, I'm not really late. I'm chilling. I get to work. I start putting my things down and take my coat off, relaxing. I'm like, you got this. And I go to stick my hand in my pants. And I'm like, where are the pockets? I was sure these pants had pockets. And I started rubbing the side, what the heck is going on? I know I've worn these before, only to realize my pants were on backwards. Thankfully they weren't inside out, but they were definitely on backwards, and I had to laugh. I just had to laugh. So I kind of shrugged it off, grabbed some stuff that I needed to take with me, and just went to the bathroom. And you kind of have to see these pants to see why it was a little ridiculous, because it's so easy to believe that you can just put something out there into the universe, say it's going to happen, and say you're going to do it and have an impeccable first run that is going to be completely perfect. But that's just not always the case, and this was such a funny example. So I'm in the bathroom and I'm like, I'm not really taking off my shoes in the bathroom, but these were these soft, drapey, enormously oversized, wide leg trousers. And I'm trying to take these off and switch them to the right side without them making contact with the floor and with heeled boots on. Lord, somebody help me. So while I'm kind of stumbling around the bathroom, thankfully no one else was in there. I'm just looking at myself, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just had to laugh hysterically. Literally had to laugh hysterically, because I was like, this is such, this is comedy. It's so ridiculous and silly. And that moment kind of reminded me to say, you know what? It's possible to not take yourself too seriously and still represent the role that you want to play. And so, you know what? I left the bathroom, went about my day. Everything was perfectly fine. I mean, for the most part, everything was totally fine. Somehow everyone else knew it was going to rain today, except for me, and I wore suede shoes. But honestly, I laughed about that too, because whatever, shit happens. But overall, as you can see, I'm really happy about today. Today was a good day. I have a crap ton more work to do, and I also need to go to the gym. But in terms of my usual status for the week, I'm ahead of the game, and I had a day one of what I'd call successfully dressing and for the role I want to play. So next day, tomorrow's a new day, but 1 for 1 and counting. Comment below on how you guys get ahead of the things you do so that you can be more prepared, and if you think it's even valid to care about dressing and representing the role that you want to play. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out my Kickstarter campaign for our beauty brand below. I really hope that you guys will support us as we look to launch this very, very soon. Have a good night.